There were moments he thought someone would show up, not to save him, just to notice. A message, a knock, a sign he hadn't gone invisible. But nothing came. He checked often, hoped quietly, then stopped checking. There was no rescue, no guide, no sudden clarity from someone wiser. So, he stopped waiting and started learning. He didn't become a hero, he became useful, useful to himself, capable enough to handle what used to break him, strategic enough to anticipate what once caught him off guard. He didn't become more likable, he became more stable. No glow up, no big reveal, just small shifts, locked into place over time, until nothing in him was waiting to be chosen anymore. He doesn't check if they're watching, doesn't circle back to see if the old story still holds weight. Because he replaced the version of him that needed recognition and reinforced the one that doesn't ask for it. That was the last switch, to stop becoming what they hoped he'd be, and build what he needed when he was at his lowest. He thought this was survival, now he knows it was reconnaissance. The next move begins when he stops hiding. Every story of survival reaches this point. The mentors are gone, the allies scattered, the map useless. What's left is a version of you that once waited for rescue, now forced to become the rescuer. That's what this chapter seals. He became the one he needed. In psychology, this aligns with internalized reparenting, the process of providing yourself with what the world withheld: guidance, safety, validation. It sounds abstract until you live it. When there's no one left to lean on, the mind either collapses or adapts. The adaptation is maturity in its truest form, the ability to self regulate without witnesses. History repeats this arc. Every founder, every philosopher, every leader of consequence faced a moment where no one could carry their burden but themselves. They stopped seeking the teacher and became the principal. They built systems where dependence once lived. That's what this moment represents: the shift from looking outward to structuring inward. He stopped asking who could understand him and started asking what he needed to sustain himself. And in that, he rebuilt the authority he once chased. The child became the architect, the student became the source. But this transformation carries a cost. Becoming the one you needed also means accepting you'll never again need in the same way. Comfort fades, innocence ends. You gain sovereignty, but lose the softness that made you easy to love. It's the quiet tax of mastery. The world becomes smaller because you no longer belong to it the same way. Strategically, this is the apex of independence. When you stop searching for external rescue, you start refining internal systems. You build rituals that hold you, boundaries that protect you, principles that outlive moods. It's not coldness, it's continuity. So, the final question is this: when no one comes to save you, will you mourn the absence, or will you step into it and become the structure you once waited for?